wish
Hello everybody,
leisurely as this
NoukonNeko here,
more
here to
often.
stream some Genshin Impact today.
How greedy of me.
So yeah, the last time on Genshin, which happened like a couple of days ago, it's been a while since I kind of been busy, kind of skipped a couple of days of stream, but yeah, last time on Genshin, you know, things happen to Nahida slash Catherine, and I think what we need to do is head to the desert, right? That's what our next objective is. Even though it says that half missions here, technically I've done it already. Kind of did it with a couple friends earlier. Let's see. It should be this one. Yeah, so we have to head to the desert caravan, apparently. Yeah, somewhere around here. But yeah, so I have a lot of the main story to catch up, but at the same time, 3.2 has come out, and they are new things to kind of explore, right? Want to put new things to talk about new characters. So let's take a look at some of the new characters. So Nahida is the Dendro Archon. We already know that from the story so far. And we're about to learn more from the story, but I guess there's still a lot for us to learn, right? When we're kind of behind. Scaramouche gameplay is leaked. Yeah, I heard about that. I do need to take a look a bit later. I've been hearing rumors about how he's kind of like, well, I know he's kind of animal from the sounds of it. People's like, oh, why is it not like lightning slash electro? But yeah, that's a good question. I kind of want to like wait until there's more official news about him rather than kind of rely on leaks, because yeah, we're not fully sure. I heard he could fly. Yeah, I heard he could fly, and I heard it's gonna be really good. But for now, I'm gonna not worry about that. That's probably gonna be a couple of updates away. It won't be the next one, but maybe the one afterwards. So not gonna worry about that for now. Right now, what I do want to worry about is Nahida. So Nahida, I have quite a bit of Primo Gems. How much do I have actually? I kind of want to calculate how much I kind of roll right now. So I have 33k. Divided by 16. So about 200 rolls plus that 38 intertwined fate. So what was the last time I actually most likely after Yai and Child? Yeah, most likely. Okay, that's the drop rates. Wow, they changed the screen actually a little bit. History. Question was, when was the last time I had a 5-star? Not too long ago, so about 6 rolls ago. So I literally can only guaranteed 1 5-star of character. So if I roll for Nahida right now, you know, I won't be able to get another character for a while. So I'm kind of have to think about it for a bit. But you know what? Better than like kind of like wondering whether she's good or not. Let's give her a try. Let's go ahead and go to trials and
Only those who
see what she's like. Yeah, a lot of things to be done. Oh, I also fought the Dendro hypostasis today, and boy, we weren't expecting so many requirements to actually beat it. You apparently need both a Dendro character and an Electro to beat it. Good thing I kind of figured that out before, wait, is there no trials? Oh, it just turns up here. Good thing I gave that a try before like finding it in Spire Abyss. That wouldn't be bad to figure out that you need the Dendro and Electric card to beat it when your team doesn't have any of those characters. It's really fun. A lot of Bergen and Bloom damage. Yeah, that's what I heard. She's very explosive. I think her biggest like advantage is being able to apply Dendro very frequently, and I guess looking very cute when she does her attacks. How far does it go? What is her charge attack like? Oh, big block. You can also take pictures. Just kidding. This is her attack. Apparently, she can lock on and do some apply like a little like curse on the enemy, and whenever you apply or do a elemental reaction is when she does a little dendro attack, which means you potentially are reapplying dendro, so you could do a lot of dendro reactions with her. That's her main big selling point with her elemental skill. And then her elemental burst, really all it really does is just kind of buff that up. For me, I don't know how valuable she is to me when I kind of use a lot of frost comp, like freeze comp. And you know, dendro really only kind of works with pyro and especially electro. Oh well, because of those guys, they're kind of that's not unfair when you throw in those, like, you know, the slimes in there. Easily apply a dendro like that. I want to try this out. They are marked. You just need a reaction, which is this as well. You know, I kind of thought she would rely on other characters a bit, and she would be more like a support, but she's actually killing these guys pretty easily. Okay, these guys don't have any elementals, so now I kind of need, yeah, these guys to be part of this.
Let's spark things up a little.
I also kind of, that was like a little bit too quick. Let me try this again. Do you not look at character leaks? I look at it sometimes, but I don't like rely on it too much. That's why I kind of have an idea how she plays, but you know, sometimes I kind of want to see how she, like, get my hands on her instead of just watching leaks. Okay, so she does like a swipe. I was wondering how she applies it if she just happens to aiming, because aiming is a bit takes a little bit longer. Claw. I probably should heal myself a little bit too.
Come on, we can do it.
Okay. As we use this.
Wisdom. Let's wait for a little.
How often? Wow, how much of skill only takes 4 seconds to reapply.
Bro.
You don't just have this up all the time. As long as they're marked, that's a lot of damage. Definitely if you use Pyro Electro, it's really good character too. I'm gonna get.
Everyone hold hands.
So one thing I do know is, since I use a freeze comp, is that I could kind of try to do a fridge comp, which is Dendro, Hydro, and Cryo together. I heard that also works pretty well, but I don't know if I necessarily need her to pull it off. There's so many. I think you could definitely pull that off with Cole and the Traveler. But the question is whether the Hida can make the fridge comp work even better. That's the big question. So I think I'm probably gonna wait a little bit and see how, you know, people would try use her in fridge comps and see whether it's worth it for me to roll for her. But for now, yeah, I'll take a look. Oops. For now, I'll keep my eyes peeled for other characters. I mean, like, for example, like Ayaka was a character I knew for the very beginning of the game, and I stayed up for a really long time for her, so she's an example of me kind of paying attention for leaks and like seeing up like a whole year for her. So not entirely like totally blind. Okay. Let's go and grab that. Okay. What I know about Yoimiya. Oh, that's the one thing I kind of really don't like about Nahida's banner, which is why I'm kind of questioning it. All of these 4-star characters, I have them all at max constellation. So I'm literally getting nothing unless I get Nahida. So that's also the other tough sell for me. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, we'll worry about that a little bit later. I'm trying not to like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like when you kind of buy things spontaneously. There's a word for this. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue the main story now that we got to try her out. She does feel strong. I'm just not sure if she's strong for my kind of team. If you have max constellations for 4 stars, you get a lot of star glitter. But yeah, I don't really need star glitter that much. You could say it kind of goes back to getting more fates to roll in more, but I don't think it's worth it. I think it's better to kind of have like kind of roll in a banner with 4 stars that you don't either you don't have them or need constellations for them. There's plenty of 4-star characters I still need. Like I do would like Cookie. I do like more Sayu. I think Sayu's not there yet, right? Yeah, Sayu's not there yet. Who else actually do I need 4 stars of? I think Yunjin's actually maxed already. I think Barbara's kind of not too important, but she's already kind of almost there. Oh, I would definitely like more Akole too, for sure. Like, if I get more Akole, man, I really don't need the Ginger Archon as much as I think I do. But at the same time, I could probably just work on Traveler for a while. Kind of need to explore a bit more to kind of get his constellations for his Dendro stuff up. Oops, that was that. Yeah, there's still a lot of plenty of 4-star characters for me to work on. So I don't know. I might wait. I might wait. Even if I do want the Dendro Archon, it might be better for me to wait until she's paired up with other 4 stars. And this also makes me kind of future-proof for any like characters I'm not too aware of right now. Okay, where am I supposed to go? We're at Caravan already. We need to go up north.
We finally made it to Caravan Rebat. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh?
Okay, I forgot. Why were we here going to the desert for? Nahida is locked. And we are trying to find help? Is that what's going on?
Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
Yeah, it is indeed quite impressive.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Oh, I hate them. Where did he come from? He said just appeared in front of me, or was he behind me?
Over here.
Oh, he went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
He's a character that a lot of people I know are excited for. I should walk. I'm too fast right now.
What the? Where did he go?
Oh, Aaron might start looking for him.
How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
More Eremite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Well, we couldn't have shaken them without you.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
Oh, that's nice.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
Did you participate in the Sage's big project? You probably did. I know that's a weird question, but I guess it can't hurt to ask.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the Sages can offer.
So you were actually looking for me?
Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties.
Oh, I kind of forgot about that. That's right. That's where we left off with them.
Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
Oh, he's very perspective. Must be because I was so shocked to hear those words again. World, forget me?
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
The situation is a little bit complicated. Can't share what I know just yet.
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right? ... No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
Sounds good. Let's head there together then.
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Yeah, he definitely feels like someone you could trust, especially how many times he has helped us so far. So I kind of do wonder what his goals are with all the things he's kind of investigating on. Oh, is there a faster way to teleport over there? Yeah, lucky for me, one thing I did when 3.1 came out was just go around and grab all the teleporters. Not all of them, but most of them. I could kind of speed line. There's actually a closer teleporter over there. I could kind of speed line through the main story. I feel like it would be kind of further ahead in the main story if I didn't get kind of sidetracked with the Aranara side story, but I think discovering the Aranara, like, hidden village was a good thing.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check it out!
Oh, a cutscene. Uh-oh. Ah! Ooh.
Samuel. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Yeah, you would think that we didn't do anything wrong, that he shouldn't just suddenly attack us. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe he knows something about Aetham that I don't know, right? Sino is kind of like a guardian.
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me.
So he's holding back.
Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Alhaitham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Alhaitham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth.
Yeah, he kind of does have like a silver tongue, right? Very convincing.
I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
Well, I don't trust him as much as you seem to think. That doesn't mean I'm going to stand by and do nothing.
Has Alhaitham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Alhaitham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
Yeah, he, what's the word? Sticky fingered it? Right before they took him? Yeah, so you did lie to us.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, What was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the academia?
Is it a mission from the sages?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two! Ugh! What should we do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them!
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia?
Wasn't expecting her to be here.
Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here, otherwise these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Oh, she's like a third party. Neither of them can afford to be distracted by Dea. They're still looking for an opportunity to attack.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong! Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away!
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this wind is too strong! Let's get over there!
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
Yeah, is it wise to stick to kind of point your back to Sino right there? Well, if he does attack him, then he's technically on the wrong, right? Then again, Sino's kind of like an assassin. Why is it so quiet?
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun.
I don't know what sardines is.
The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
You have my gratitude.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right, now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
Well, being a guardian, you kind of have to be tough sometimes, right? Be kind of strict.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I'm like so mesmerized by her eyes because I think, no, start with the H, something like heterochroma eyes, something like that. This is when you have two different eye colors.
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
What?
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me.
So he's like kind of like almost like a secret police, and he's investigating like the sages, which is almost like the government of the city.
I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today.
So you then decided to exile yourself.
I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
So he was just investigating, like how we're investigating. He just happened to know I had them had like illegal knowledge capsule. That's why he attacked them. Okay.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
Still too early to trust him completely. I mean, he did work for the sages. How do we know he's not like a spy? But he doesn't. If he's a spy, he wouldn't be trying to kill us at the beginning, right? What if the whole story was just made up? Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Al-Haytham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Haytham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Al-Haytham?
What?
Shocking.
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
From the very beginning, Haytham was... The sages were watching me from the very beginning.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
I'll hate them!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
What about your encounter with me? Did you join forces with me just so you could investigate me?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
Now that you mention it, things did go like that.
That's true. Al-Haytham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
What was that?
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
Oh wow, she literally just did it by herself. I thought I had to go help with her, but okay.
That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Or we are probably gonna be fighting some enemies. This way, right? Close to nighttime. Probably could have just jumped off. It's okay. Oh, still finding some of them.
Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Not only is she really strong, her stamina is also something else.
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Just these two? Pretty easy.
Into the wind, as one with wind and cloud.
Here comes another wave!
There would be more.
Are we ever gonna let up? My apologies! The creature stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the academia.
Oh.
Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Denari also brought this up before. Pedro was also nearly exiled to the desert.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. No one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
I'll help too.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
That's why this is a great opportunity to watch him. He'll be fine. Dia and the others are here too.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Yeah, if anything, I probably have a lot more info than I hate them. That Sino will probably be interested in. But yeah, we gotta know a little bit more about him. We're just gonna be talking around the village.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Why did he refer to the mad scholars as village keepers?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aru village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, the people of Aru village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
A soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village? What do you make of it, traveler?
It must have been Nahida's power? Yeah, only she could be capable of that.
Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story?
That mad scholar's power likely came from the Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the Mad Scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru? The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
She also saved me once, not long ago. We saved Sumeru Village City together in the not-so-distant past.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation.
You betcha.
But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Hatham wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
Please help him, Sino.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Yeah, I guess we gotta see what she knows. She's right there.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
His grandpa was Nahida. That's true. She must have soothed the other mad scholars as well. The look of Sano's face, he's probably connected the dots as well. Would he be able to? Just because I just told him about Nahida a little bit?
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Oh, but we did tell him the story how a scholar got taken over by Nahida and do something about it. So I guess that's enough.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Yeah, because whenever Nahida takes over the person, you know, doesn't remember what happened.
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys!
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow! Thank you so much!
Grandpa will be found safe and sound.
Yeah!
Alright. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Yeah, that's a big promise to a kid. Oh, okay. So we completed that part of the main story. I'm kind of looking at time. Now let's look for a mission. Is it gonna throw me into it if I go near him? Okay, no, I need to talk to him. Okay, I see. I can kind of choose when to start this next part. It is kind of late, so I am thinking of calling it a night here. because I feel like the next part would be probably another hour-ish. And I don't want to stay up too late, especially when it's still mid-week. I'm just hoping that tomorrow I'm able to kind of get on a little bit earlier so I could do more of the main story and catch up in faster. Because I did skip 2 days of streaming, kind of doing other prep work, kind of make some improvements to my stream setup, but yeah, you won't see improvements until later on the end of the month. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for certain sales to happen. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Let me go just park myself. I'm just kind of debating where I want to spend that bit of resin. Here, let me do... We'll do one artifact dungeon. If I can remember where it is. Not that one. Really? I thought it was... more to the right? No? Actually, wait. What book is it today? Praxis. I don't think I need Praxis. Because I do want to work on a Dendro character, right? Whether it's going to be the Dendro Archon, the Traveler, or Kole. I just haven't really fully settled on which one to go for. Yeah, I kind of want to see more people kind of post how the Archon, Dendro Archon kind of does in a Fridge team. I see good things that I'll probably go for the Dendro Archon, but if not, if it's just better to kind of use them with just Pyro and Electro, then I probably might pass. I could, however, use the Archon with Raiden, right? My Eula Raiden team. That's also in our potential. Again, that still probably requires me to do a little more research because I do think that it's still better to kind of have like a full Electro or just have both Electro and Pyro together with Dendro. Yeah, I'm gonna probably wait off a little bit. I should know about the end of the week to know what I'm gonna go for. Yeah, I don't need book, but in the end, I can still farm a little bit of the Dendro. The Dendro artifact, if I can find it. I haven't unlocked. That's weapon material. Is it really not this one? No. So lost right now. It's not that one because I unlocked it already. Wait. Not this one. It is totally this one. It's closer to the chasm than I thought. Actually, don't know if I've done this artifact dungeon yet. I've done it a couple times. I just totally forgot what exactly was in here. But it can't be too bad. Yeah, I literally don't have much of the pieces, so getting anything in here would be good. Yeah, either the Traveler Kole or of the Ninja Archon Nahida would need it. Water, ice. Oh, great. Look, I got most of those already, so I think I could probably just go with this party. Yeah, just do one of these and call it a night. Sounds like a plan. Didn't take too long. anything.
Not welcome here.
So these guys, this would be easy.
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds come. The wind knows me.
Guess they're supposed to be kind of tough. Oh, I don't have energy yet.
I'm getting sick of it.
Things are about to get dicey.
Take flight!
Here, I might as well use it. Just 3 of them. Yeah, pretty easy. They're definitely the stronger versions of Eremites, kind of almost like as strong as a Tui. Plum, its attack. Ooh, the defense and HP is kind of bad. Yeah, not good. I think for these sets you kind of want Elemental Mastery and crits and energy charge. Those are the ones to go for. But it's okay. It will be some placeholder for now. Either that or XP fodder. Okay, now that I finished that, let's go ahead and park myself and then we'll call it at night. We continue this tomorrow. Yep, park myself here. All right. So yeah, I guess most of my plans for most of this week is gonna be just trying to catch up with Genshin. And as soon as I catch up with Genshin main story, I'll be able to stream other games, and I'll let you guys know what games I'm interested. There's been some games that have been sitting back in queue for a really long time because I've been in between Genshin and Tower of Fantasy. Oh man, I need to also eventually go back to Tower of Fantasy and continue the story there too. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see in the future. Just gonna focus on Genshin first, one thing at a time. Then we'll figure things out when we get there. And yeah, if I do roll for Nahida, then you can expect a kind of gacha roll video for her sometime around the end of the week. We'll see. Yeah, that's it for now. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. NoukonNeko signing out. Bye bye.